So my family has been out of town over the weekend visiting family, and I thought it would be fun to surprise them by making them a special treat for when they get home. And they will be home this afternoon, so I don't have the time to make a regular fermented root beer, so I'm going to make a root beer flavored syrup that we can mix with seltzer water and make an at-home root beer. So the first ingredient you'll need is 3 ounces of dried sassafras. You'll need about half of an ounce of dried burdock root. I don't have any dried, so I'm going to use about an ounce, maybe closer to an ounce and a half of fresh burdock root. And I'm going to give this a quick chop before putting it in. And then I'm going to add a cinnamon stick, 2 cloves, 2 star anise, and maybe a half dozen or a dozen allspice. Now I'm going to add 6 cups of water to this, cover it, bring it to a boil, and then let it simmer for 15 minutes. Kitty, kitty. Hi. So I'm really excited. The mixture has been boiling for about 15 minutes on the stove. The cat is nibbling my feet. The mixture has been boiling for about 15 minutes. Simmering for about 15 minutes, and it's really starting to smell like root beer. I went ahead and added 2 scraped vanilla bean pods and 2 teaspoons of ground coriander. I was going to skip the coriander because we didn't have any whole, which is what should be used. But I decided to go ahead and add it. If we had wintergreen extract, I would also add a few drops of that. But we don't. And it's smelling really good, so I think it'll be good. And I'm going to add a quarter of a cup of old-fashioned molasses, not blackstrap. And then I'm going to let it boil 5 minutes more before letting it cool completely. This is what it looked like after it had cooled. And you can also let this sit overnight to infuse even further, which I think I will do next time. I rinsed out the pot, then I added the mixture back into the pan with an equal amount of sugar. I think I actually forgot how much concentrate was in the jar and accidentally added too much sugar. Then I just heated it again until the sugar was dissolved and it was slightly reduced to make a light syrup. Lily, come smell this. It smells really good. Does it smell like root beer?
Yeah, it still smells.
It smells a little bit
like
different.
Blackstrap molasses, though.
Yeah, it smelled more like root beer, and then I added the molasses, and it smelled a little bit less. But I think it'll be really good.
Yeah, and you can tweak it too.
Yeah.
That was hot.
It could have some more spices, but I think it's good. It'll at least have a...
Yeah, I think the wintergreen probably does add more than we realize.
Well, that's one of the main ingredients. And also, I've seen people add birch bark and other things that I want to experiment with. I say double the spices next time, though. Excuse the foggy lens. It is extremely humid here today. But I just added some ice to a jar. I didn't add carbonated water because our soda stream is acting a little funny. And I decided just not to use it. But I added some ice, added a tablespoon of the concentrate. That ended up not being quite enough, so I added probably another tablespoon. It turned out very good. It's sweeter than I liked. I think next time I'll cut the sugar in half and maybe cut back on the water some too, just to make it more concentrated, because it's a little bit sweeter, and I was trying to figure out why it wasn't quite right, and I think that because it's sweeter, it kind of tastes a little bit more like sweet tea, especially since the water wasn't carbonated. So I think with carbonated water and half the sugar, it will be delicious. Definitely want to try the wintergreen as well. I think my siblings will like it though. Let me know if you try this. I am definitely going to be making this again.